Failed hunt after failed hunt after failed hunt. I've been bow hunting for 5 years and I've yet to shoot a deer with my bow. But I don't give up because things like this happen. But before we get to the big moment, we gotta go back in time. Alright guys, we're headed off to a spot. We found a ton of fresh sign. Jake was there the other day. Scrapes everywhere, rubs everywhere. We're gonna go in there. It's a really easy spot to get to. Barely any walking. We're gonna get in there and try to get a buck down. Alright, I'm gonna walk out here. Look at that scrape there. That thing is massive. Look at that on the field edge. It's crazy. As you just saw, that was a big scrape. And when I walked this property, there were scrapes everywhere. When I say everywhere, those things were on every trail, everywhere. I can't even describe it. It's just crazy. So that's how I knew it was a good spot right from the start. No, this spot is just littered with sign. You saw out there was a big scrape along that field. There's no wind. It's so calm. Absolutely nothing right now. I'm set up in a spot where Chris saw the buck and he spooked it. Like, I think it was last week. But we got a big hill up there. And I'm on a little hill right here. And it kind of funnels. Anything that comes from the bedding over there has to come around. It gets funneled right here. There's a little bit of like a water bottle right there so they can get a drink. That's like a 27, 30 yard shot. So I should be able to hit that. I really hope the wind starts to pick up though, because it's really calm. After sitting the whole evening at that spot, I ended up seeing one smaller buck. I let him go because I didn't want to shoot a 1.5-year-old deer, so I just let him go, and then I backed out after that night of hunting. And I was going to head there another day and see if my luck is any better. Alright, we're in the spot, and it's just like maybe like 150 yards away from the spot it was this morning. So I had a guy actually walk like right in front of me, right there, and I whistled at him. I'm expecting the deer to come from either right there or right there. And I'll probably get a shot here, or I'll get a shot there. That's where the buck was yesterday. It's the only set of rattling antlers I can find. Now, it's starting to get late in the evening, but I don't lose hope because that's when that other buck showed up. So I hold tight and I just sit there and I wait and I wait, and eventually things start to turn up. And sure enough, at 5:30, a big buck shows up and it's headed my way. But not exactly at my way. It's kind of going like, it's going to pass me at 35 yards, which isn't the best shot for me, but it's a shot that I could take. I probably shouldn't have taken that shot, but here's the clip. Now, as you just saw, you saw that shot. It didn't look the best, but better than missing, I should say. But I hit him, ran about like 20, 30 yards. He stopped, and then he ran again, and that's basically what happened. So here's the shot in slow motion. It basically looks like the deer jumped the arrow, like he dropped a little bit, which caused me to hit a little high, and it looks like I hit a little bit further back. When you look at the arrow is nice and red, looks like it's dark blood, looks like a liver shot. So that gives me hope that he's laying dead maybe a couple hundred yards away. And when I looked for blood, there was like very little sign of any good blood trail. Like I found a couple droplets here and there, but there wasn't really anything that I could track. So I decided to back out and go back to the cabin. And after waiting for a few hours, we got the whole crew and we decided to head back out there, 4 of us, and see if we can actually locate a blood trail. We went in there, still couldn't find a good blood trail, so we just backed out, went back to the cabin. Right, so we looked and we found like barely any blood, but when we called the drone guy's gonna come in here during the night. We're gonna find this thing. The arrow looked great, it's just all red, but there just wasn't much of a trail. But we're gonna get out there at 1 a.m. and try to get that buck. Hopefully he's there. So the drone guy meets us there at 1 a.m. I am like so tired and nervous that this buck is not down, and I'm just really pumped up because I think he's down somewhere, but I'm just not sure. So we get there at 1 a.m. He's looking, no luck. We find this one buck that kind of looks like the buck I shot, but we were looking for a down buck. We wanted to confirm the kill, but then the rain starts to come on, so it shut him down, so we were done for the night. Right there, I just thought it was all done. Like, that buck was gone, never gonna find it ever again. But wait right there. I get a text 2 days later, and it's from the drone guy, and it's a picture of my buck sitting there in a bed, and you can visibly see the wound there. It doesn't look like it's gushing blood, but you can definitely tell there's a wound there, and the buck looks well and alive, so that basically just let me know that that deer is living fine and I didn't wound him too bad. So hopefully I can go in there later in the year, maybe next week, and get him. So wish me luck.